Volunteers in one East Alabama community are working to open their county's first animal shelter.
One more warm day across East Alabama and then some colder weather coming for the weekend. We'll have the complete forecast details coming up.
Coming up in sports, it is a busy night here in East Alabama as spring sports are officially in full swing for all spring sports. EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wedowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
Hello, we're glad you could join us. I'm Mike Stedham.
And I'm Katie Edwards.
Cleburne County does not have an animal shelter, but a group of concerned citizens has been raising money for more than a year to change that situation. The Cleburne County Animal Shelter hopes to build a facility on land being leased from the county and start accepting cats and dogs that have been lost or abandoned throughout their community. Melissa Christopher is the board president for this new organization, which she says will provide a much needed service.
There are some small home-based rescues and they stay full. We don't have any resources for our community. You know, people are constantly, almost every day contacting me about this animal showed up in my yard, what do I do? And I don't have an answer for them right now.
Christopher was asked if her board has a timeline for construction of the new shelter and opening it to serve the county.
That depends on a lot of things. One, how long the building takes, and they are making some progress now on getting our land and our building going. That part is not under our control. What we are doing is working on getting our operating funds. We want to make sure that we have a year in reserve operating funds because we don't want to open and then have to figure out where we're going to rehome 40 or 50 animals in 3 months because we opened prematurely.
While the new Cleburne County Animal Shelter will make a big difference in her community, Christopher says she wants her group to help the public deal with the root cause of the stray animal problem.
The solution to our stray problem is more in responsible pet ownership rather than housing the strays. So I hope that we can educate our community as well as provide them with more accessible resources for spay and neuter.
Christopher says people who want to donate to the new shelter can find them on PayPal at Cleburne Co. Shelter or send a check to them at Post Office Box 1104 Heflin. Their email address is cleburneco.shelter@gmail.com and their Facebook page is Cleburne County Animal Shelter.
When we return, hundreds of trees were given away this morning to area homeowners who want to grow some shade.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
The city of Anniston gave away about 1,500 trees this morning to city residents who want to put down some more roots in their yards. The annual tree giveaway is made possible by Alabama Power Company, which donates the trees that are distributed by the city. Doug Gaddy, superintendent of Anniston's Parks and Recreation Department, was asked what kinds of trees were being given away.
It's a variety. We got some oak, con, some maples on the end down there, some pawpaws. It's mainly big trees, you know, the larger size growing trees.
The tree giveaway is usually held in February of each year, and this time the program was moved to the new city market on West 11th Street. Gaddy was asked when the trees given away today should be planted.
Now, before it gets warm, February, early March is the best time.
So they need to get them in the ground before it really becomes spring.
These, they can plant them in pots, in buckets, and grow them a little bit more. Okay. And then next fall, transplant them to the ground.
And Gaddy was asked what advice he would give to the would-be landscapers who have never actually planted a tree before.
Dig it, about 3 times bigger than the tree. Put some good loose dirt in the bottom. Then backfill it softly and make sure you water it. Keep plenty of water.
When we come back, it's a beautiful day for one local restaurant to celebrate 7 years of helping their community.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
The beautiful Rainbow Cafe in Gadsden is celebrating 7 years of serving its employees as well as its patrons. Today, the Upscale Lunch Cafe, which is a work-based learning program for Gadsden High School students with developmental differences, hosted a special buffet-style meal to mark the occasion. It was attended by regular patrons, supporters, and Gadsden Mayor Craig Ford. The vegetarian restaurant is based out of the Gadsden Library. It serves unique offerings, including vegan crab cakes, gourmet mac and cheese, and quiche. The program has been honored by Governor Kay Ivey for being the best work-based learning program in Alabama. It is operated by Chip Rowan, a special education teacher who dedicates most of his work to training students in the cafe.
Well, it really was a beautiful day.
It was a beautiful day.
Nice sunshine. I think the temperature was pretty close to 70.
But yes, and that is actually exactly what I requested.
Yeah, it was, wasn't
Let's do it again tomorrow.
You think so?
I don't know, but I know somebody who does. John Holder joins us now in the EAN Weather Center to tell us all about what to expect tomorrow. John?
Mike and Katie, we're going to go from springtime back to wintertime for a couple of days this weekend. We'll have the complete weekend forecast for all of East Alabama next.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today.
A beautiful mid-February day across East Alabama. Temperatures reaching up to 68, about 9 degrees above the average today with plenty of sunshine. Our low this morning at 34 degrees, still a little bit below the average. Record high temperature 79. Record low temperature 8 degrees. That was all the way back in 1905. Sun rising on your Friday morning at 6:27 and the sun setting tonight at 5:27. Weather on your street on this Thursday night, not bad at all. Anniston Street in downtown Weaver, partly cloudy skies tonight. Not as cold as it has been the last several nights, only dropping down to 44 tonight in Weaver. Tomorrow will be kind of the transition day that's coming. We'll have increasing clouds on Mulberry Avenue down in the south part of Anniston and the Glen Addy area. We're going to see warm temperatures again. 67 again for the high tomorrow, but we're going to see clouds increasing as we move throughout the day. That will lead to some shower activity coming up on Friday night. And as we look at the weekend, no rain in the forecast, but over on Chestnut Street in downtown Gadsden, it is going to be noticeably and much cooler. Instead of highs in the upper 60s, we are struggling to reach 50 degrees on Saturday and then only the lower 50s coming in here on Sunday. Here's that 7-day forecast. Again, no rain in the next several days on this graphic, but just be aware that we are going to have some light and spotty shower activity coming up tomorrow night. This will be in the overnight hours, so this will be after dark tomorrow night before sunrise. On Saturday, it will be out of here. Only about a small chance of a shower. We're not looking at about a 50-50 chance of rain coming into the forecast. And again, those rainfall amounts will be very light. Behind that, you're going to see a big cool down, as we mentioned. Only 50 for the high on Saturday. Some folks might stay in the upper 40s. Sunday, a little bit warmer. Doesn't last for long at this time of year. We're right back into the 60s beginning on Monday. And look at the 70s. Coming in about a week. Next Wednesday or Thursday, we're back in the 70s. After the rain that we have coming in here on Friday night, our next chance of rain not until next Thursday, so a dry period coming up across East Alabama. Speaking of dry weather, I want to show you the drought monitor because we are looking great, folks. About 84% of the state of Alabama has no drought whatsoever. Everywhere in white, totally without any kind of drought. Couple of areas down to the south in the Tennessee Valley that have abnormally dry conditions, but as far as a drought, it's gone from East Alabama. So all the rain we've had for the last 3 or 4 weeks has done its job in eliminating the drought. I will be back here tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. for a glance at your Friday coming up, and then we'll be back here tomorrow night with EAN Local News. I'll have the complete weather forecast for the weekend for all of East Alabama. Sports time now. Namath Pitts.
Thanks, John. Tonight is a much slower night than Tuesday night was when it comes to soccer here in East Alabama. We only have 2 games tonight that involve teams in East Alabama. Here are the games for tonight. Bryan Camp teams will travel to Faith Christian tonight to battle Doug Strotman and Richard Laird. Mumford boys are 0-1 on the season with a loss to Susan Moore, while the girls are 1-1 on the season with a win over Talladega and a loss to Susan Moore. Faith Christian will be the home team tonight as they host Mumford from Talladega County. The other game tonight is the Donahoe Falcons. The Donahoe girls soccer team is looking to stay healthy this season, and they hope that they can do that by getting themselves to Huntsville later this season for the first time since 2021. Donahoe opened the season against Pell City, and Anna Kate Wallace scored a goal and had an assist as the Falcons beat Pell City. The Falcons that night also got a goal from Zoe Christopher and an assist from Aaron Turley, who is signed to play at UAH. Tonight, the Falcons of Donahoe traveled to Rainbow City to face the Warriors of Westbrook Christian. Regional basketball started Tuesday at Pete Matthews Coliseum on the campus of Jacksonville State University. We have one local team that is set to play tomorrow morning. Melissa Bennett and the Oxford Yellow Jackets are the first East Alabama ladies team to hit the court at Pete Matthews Coliseum as the Yellow Jackets play tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. sharp against Shades Valley. Zayana Whitfield, who is the Tennessee State signee, looks to continue her senior season at least one more week. The action starts at 9 a.m. tomorrow on the campus of Jacksonville State University inside Pete Matthews Coliseum. It is opening night for softball in East Alabama. We have one matchup featuring 2 Calhoun County teams and another that features 2 1A programs going head-to-head in a super early area game. Here are the 2 games for tonight. Brenda Vincent and the Welborn Panthers open their season up on the road as the Panthers travel to Ohatchee. Coach Poe and the Indians are led by senior returner Ellie Carden, who is currently signed to play softball at Gadsden State University. Welborn will look to replace Autumn Parson in the circle, who is gone now due to graduation. The action tonight between the Panthers and Indians is at the Creek Bank. Not very often do you find 2 teams who meet at the beginning of the season in what is already an area game. But that's what you get tonight when the Winterboro Bulldogs travel to Anniston this evening to play the Faith Christian Lions. This is Class 1A softball area play to start the season. Just like softball, it is opening night for baseball, and there are 2 games involving East Alabama teams, and here are the games for tonight. The White Plains Wildcats, first game under new head coach Blake Jennings. The White Plains Wildcats will hit the road tonight to face the Golden Bears of Lincoln. I expect to see Cooper Tenney on the mound for White Plains, potentially Braxton Curls, as those 2 will lead the Wildcats on the mound this season. They get a good test to start the year as they travel to Class 5A Lincoln in Talladega County. The other game tonight is Coach Jamison Edwards and the Jacksonville Golden Eagles. Returning at catchers Gavin Peeler, who's sure to have a big season for the Jacksonville Golden Eagles. Tonight they head up north just a little bit as they head to Glencoe to face the Yellow Jackets. Glencoe had a really good year last year, making the playoffs, and the Jacksonville Golden Eagles making the playoffs as well. 2 playoff teams play tonight at Glencoe. The AHSA State Wrestling Tournament started this morning in Huntsville, and here are the East Alabama teams who had a wrestler qualify for the state tournament. The AHSA State Tournament this weekend will feature 13 wrestlers from Weaver, 7 from Piedmont, 5 from White Plains, 3 from Ohatchee, 2 from Pleasant Valley, 7 from Cleburne County, 5 from Ranburne, 5 from Welborn, 1 from Sacs, 7 from Alexandria, and 4 from Oxford. The action started earlier today at 3 p.m. and will continue throughout the evening into tomorrow, with the placement matches being on Saturday. I will have all the action live from the Von Braun Center tomorrow, but for today, that's it for EAN Local Sports. Let's go back over to Mike and Katie.
Thanks for the update, Namath, and we thank you for watching today.
You can find us here online every weekday on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, or our website. You go to the platform of your choice and watch our news, sports, and weather content whenever it's convenient for you.
And we'll see you back here Friday for your news on your schedule.